So there's not really much left to say right now. I'm still looking for one single item. And for what I recall, I'm pretty sure the chestplate is in fact... What the fuck was that? How did the creeper get up here? What the fuck was that? Creeper? Holy crap. What the fuck? Yeah, as I was saying, if I recalled correctly, the Neptune chestplate was in fact rarer than the Valkyrie shovel, but both are still pretty damn rare, to say the least. So no wonder I only got my Neptune chestplate on my 49th KC. Still wasn't expecting the creeper to spawn out of nowhere. Like, I'm not sure how it got there. Yeah, I guess that's one way to start a stream. Yeah, the game's still kind of having a hard time just generating new chunks, it seems. Still pretty slow. I think I'm actually just gonna get rid of these firework rockets, since I don't really see myself ever using an Elytra again on this world. So I'll just free up an inventory slot. Because if I'm probably never gonna get my Elytra repaired, then there's not really any point in keeping those. That was pretty much like almost an entire series worth of gunpowder right there, just gone, but I'm not even gonna use them. Well, that was like a lot of gunpowder used up. If I really want to go out of my way to get more gunpowder, I always could, but I'm not gonna need more. Like, I'm just going for one item and then I'm pretty much finished this whole thing, so I don't see like what's wrong with just getting rid of that if I'm never gonna use it. Yeah, it's so awkward to try and even interact with these things at all. Most of the time, they usually just teleport away from you before you can even hit them at all. And then for whatever reason, that one didn't want to die after 2 hits from this axe. I guess I'll have to land here, perhaps. Can't land on one of those straight away. I have to land on a cloud. Well, I'll definitely take that Gravitite, though. And there's our first stop. Oh, Punchako! Nice. To see you drop by. Just in time for, like, my first stop of the stream. It's right up there. I don't even know what version of SMBX is what anymore. I don't even remember what version of SMBX I used back when I actually used that for things. So I really wouldn't know what to say about, like, SMBX now. Okay, I only really want to place one of these down. I do have an idea. I'll just get this stuff processed while I just do the silver dungeon. I'll just leave that enchanter running. Freezing already? We just started. We just started like 10 minutes ago, it's already doing this. It's doing it again. Okay, I'm getting pushed back. I'm getting pushed out of that corner. I'll just knock her back in real quick. Yeah, I'm trying not to use up too much durability on my Vampire Blade. Because if I actually want to repair that, then I'd have to do another gold dungeon. I have to do, like, gold dungeons until I get those again. Because I didn't bring any with me at all into the Aether, so I have to find, like, all new ones if I want to actually repair this thing. Three Valkyrie helmets. 3 of them. I'm actually strongly considering just depositing this, since I don't think I'll ever be repairing it. Or I could just simply put it away in my shulker box. Oh, Niku, yeah, I know. We'll just put some of this stuff in my shulker box, including, well, that. And might as well just leave it there since I'm never going to be using it again, most likely. Just in case I do change my mind, but it's probably just going to be sitting there, doing nothing, so I'll just leave it in there like so. Cockatrice just spawned right there. Most ambitious Minecraft mod ever. This is the only one I've ever actually seen. Figured I'd just get some of this processed while doing the Silver Dungeon. So now I gotta find out which way is north again, and then continue going that way. And just make it daytime so I can actually see better. Another one? Really? Another one? I'm just trying not to end up going all dizzy again. And I just remembered I need to update my kill count real quick. That'll do it. Yeah, I'm trying to continue with going north. And another one. Sometimes these things are literally just everywhere. I'm just gonna shoot him my Phoenix Bow before it could possibly shoot me. Because when it hits you, it kind of takes a while for the dizzy effect to go away, so sometimes you'll find it's just best to simply wait there until it goes away, unless you actually brought something that cures it. Which I usually don't even bother with that, I just simply don't get hit by cockatrices in the first place. Again, I'm not really using too many of these anymore, so I'll just simply do that with it as well. Oh, sweet, another silver dungeon. What spells do I have on me? You don't really learn magic spells in this at all, you just find, like, special items. Yeah, it's not this mod where you learn all the magic spells. There are definitely mods like that, just... This is still, like, the only one I've checked out so far. I'm wondering if I actually do want to do Galacticraft next. I'd still have to give that a look-see. Sounds cool. Definitely does sound awesome, Galacticraft. I have yet to actually look at it, though. Nice music. Is that from the game? It's part of the mod itself. Like, the person who made the mod also composed music for it. For, like, specifically the Aether world. I mean, the game still has its regular overworld music on the overworld, of course. But I'm pretty much spending almost all my time in the Aether right now. Because I'm not going to get that last item I'm going for anywhere else, so I'm pretty much spending all my time here now. Okay, there's one here too, apparently. It's just another axe. I mean, I will just take it anyway, because it's an axe. Can I have two of these equipped at the same time? Apparently I can. Do I get, like, double the regeneration effect if both these are equipped at once? Well, I actually can't really find out because I have full health, so... I'll just unequip it. I know I do not need... No, I do not need that. So it's safe to say we can put that away, too. And let's just continue to look for more dungeons to do. Specifically silver ones. I feel like I should just make you a custom build that spawns a chest filled with shovels. What kind of shovels? The Valkyrie ones, or just, I don't know, like maybe Skyroot ones if you want to be a troll? Yeah, I could just get myself any old Skyroot shovel, but I already got that like a long time ago. Practically could have had it in the first live stream too. I think I remembered playing Invasion 2 a long time ago, and yes, it did get very difficult. I did recall it getting very difficult on the last world, specifically, like... Was it easy or hard mode tanks that was really hard? I think hard mode tanks was probably, like, the worst of them. Yeah, because I'd rather just be able to see better. I'll just make it daytime again. Yeah, that Valkyrie axe, that extended reach does kind of come in handy, I'll have to admit. Even though it's not the most exciting thing in the world, it just comes in handy sometimes. Well then, silver and gold dungeon, but I only need to do the silver ones to actually finish off my goal. What, was the shovels intended to be that rare or not? Like, what was your intended rarity for the shovel anyway? Like, if you switch the rarity of the shovel and the leggings, then, like, I'd pretty much be able to get it within, like, the next 2-3 silver dungeons. Well then. See how some of the pillars there just went missing because of the gold dungeon generating right next to it. And I'm stuck again. Still stuck. Still stuck. Unstuck. I heard that the pickaxe had a higher rarity than the axe. And I did actually do a sample of 100 chests earlier, silver chests on a creative mode world, and saw 7 shovels and 4 Neptune chest plates. Like, do you think maybe I was supposed to see more shovels? And maybe fewer axes? Because I can imagine I did see a lot of axes, but I didn't keep count because I want to mainly know the rarity of the shovels and the Neptune chest plates. Because you did say the chest plates, those blue ones, were the rarest. So I really did want to see for myself. Shovel has a lower rarity than the pickaxe, but a higher rarity than the axe. I'm trying to think, I've seen like probably 4 Valkyrie pickaxes on my survivor world up to this point, but 0 shovels. And this was like, assuming we did 57 Valkyrie Queen kills. And this is out of 57 kills. Soon to be 58. Boots. I have much better luck actually finding shovels on my creative mode world. I don't know what this is. You should have seen a shovel by now, that's what I would think. I saw 7 in 100 chests on my creative mode world. So I really don't know what's going on here. That or maybe I'm just tremendously unlucky with one specific item. I'm really starting to think I should have seen a shovel by this point. And I don't think I need Kino to tell me this. Like, I just feel like it should have appeared by now. I mean, they do still appear, it's just, I don't know why I haven't seen one yet on this survival world. Still wonder if maybe I can get a shovel with, like, the current drop rates, potentially. Like, what do you think the chances of it spawning are right now? It's literally not letting me go up. Alright, there's another silver dungeon. I think I'll give the game a bit of time just to load these chunks. I think that's the Valkyrie Queen right up there. I think I might just install, like, that new revision to the Aether Legacy mod once the stream's over. So that could maybe mean that the stream could end early, perhaps. Figured maybe until I get, like, an update, I might as well just try more Silver Dungeons for the hell of it anyway. At least while we're still alive. Because if the drop rates that I saw from that sample of 100 chests in the creative mode world are anything to go by, I definitely should have seen a shovel by this point. Each category of dungeon loot has around a 7.69% chance of being picked. Some categories have 1 to 3 items inside them. The Valkyrie tools are all in one category. So that doesn't explain the distribution that has, like, mostly Valkyrie axes, a couple pickaxes, and no shovels from my survival world. Each of the tools have a 50% in their category, however it goes down on a list. First the axe gets checked, then the shovel, and then finally the pickaxe. No, not really seeing too many new tools at all, actually. Still have to wait. And still waiting. We literally can't do anything right now. We have to literally just wait. There we go, we can finally move again. That's okay. I was wondering what the hell that was there for a second. I didn't even try to find it. Man, this thing has a much better reach than I thought. Loot system's definitely going to be reworked. Was the shovel almost impossible to get because of how broken it is in its current state? That or am I just really unlucky, or perhaps both? So this series could go on a small hiatus until the loot system rework gets released after this live stream, because if I should have had the shovel by this point, which I strongly now believe that I should have got it by this point, like even with this current version of the mod, I still managed to get 7 shovels and 100 chests on a creative mode world. Yet I've... Yeah, 59, not 58, 59. Yet I've gone through 59 chests on the survivor world and have not seen a single shovel. So I can't exactly tell what it is that's going wrong. Maybe both like the loot system being wonky and just terrible luck. Yeah, I knew it was possible to get, it's just... why it hasn't appeared yet is beyond me. And buffing Valkyrie Queen might be something you want to consider doing also while you're at it. Once I get to about minus 10,000 on the Z-axis, I'm gonna probably start going west. During the stream, even. I don't think it'll take that long to actually just switch out the 2 jar files. I think it might take me only a minute or 2 to switch out the jar files, if the build is more or less able to be finished up for like during the stream. Yeah, swapping those out shouldn't take too much time at all. So that's going to make the chestplate more common too, I assume, right? As in the Neptune chestplate, I mean, the Valkyrie one's still fairly common. It's like the Neptune one specifically that just almost never seem to appear. Thus making the set actually practical to use, because even if you have like all the other pieces, you can't get the set effect without the chestplate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dev is here right now. Like, the main dev is here right now, by the way. And another creeper just spawned. And another! I don't even think this has anything to do with the Aether mod itself being buggy, and more just my computer lagging so much that maybe it thinks I'm in the overworld, and then it spawns the creepers? Oh, welcome back, physicist. We were talking about the dungeon loot and how rare it was. Do I have gunpowder? 4 of it. That I probably shouldn't have, by the way. Piece of flint. I'll toss it. I don't even think that has anything to do with the mod itself as to why creepers are appearing out of nowhere sometimes. Yeah, it was either that or the whirlwinds. I mean, they spawned a bunch of random stuff, and I just didn't think the creepers would be like one of the things they'd spawn. Yeah, I did 30 live streams on the Aether mod before I started seeing creepers pop out of those whirlwinds. So I was thinking it was like a bug for a second. No, I guess like those are just very rare, but they do appear on occasion. You can't really seem to hit this at all. There's a block of sand. They have a chance of spawning useless sticks to even diamonds. Well, I'm gonna guess the diamonds are just very rare. Iron ingot. These are the regular ones, I assume, right? Another iron ingot. I don't even really have that much use for the diamonds, in all honesty. As cool as that is, to just get a random diamond from a whirlwind. It might actually start going along a lot better because Kino is working on another update to just revamp the loot chest for silver dungeons. There's a random stick. Speaking of sticks, there's one. %1 chance of getting diamond. I'd rather just look for diamonds the old-fashioned way, or better yet, just use gravitite instead. That's even easier to find. And for the most part, it's just as good. I'm gonna let you guess, they're the guys working on Aether too? What do you mean, can I jump over traps? Okay, it looks like I now need a new helmet. If you jump over them, I'm pretty sure they won't cause the enemies to spawn, but even then, Valkyries aren't hostile towards you unless you attack them first. Like, you have to attack them for them to start attacking you. Well, it's another helmet at least. I already had my spring break weekend. Oh, Flames J Elite, you're... Oh, Flames. Oh, so he got his old account back? Alright. Okay. I thought you were still Nova Quantum. I still really wouldn't know what games to go play on it besides maybe Super Mario Odyssey if that's on it. Smash Ultimate. I'd suppose that would be worth checking out. So, are you still working on more music? Because last I recalled, you were really passionate about that. That's cool to hear. Yeah, I think, like, about your eyes watering, like, a couple weeks back. Like, I recalled something like that happening to myself. I think it was, like, that time my mom was cutting onions and I happened to be in the same room. My eyes just started burning up. I wasn't sad or anything, I was crying, I wasn't sad. I just quickly ran to the bathroom, found a face cloth, doused it in cold water, and put it up to my eyes. I mean, yeah, if, like, my eyes ever start burning up, that's usually what I do. Yeah, if you're still experiencing, like, a burning sensation in your eyes, then that's what I'd recommend. And even then, I think it was, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago since then, so maybe most of the terrible side effects probably already went away. And physicists, yeah, same goes for SMBX. A lot less technical, a lot more straightforward to understand for SMBX. You can still do a lot without ASM, though. And you don't even know how to do too much programming either, because there's just a lot of ASM code, a lot of resources that are pretty much already publicly available to you. I mean, it didn't happen to him, it happened to me, and I'm just trying to more or less give him advice on how to deal with, like, when his eyes start burning up. Just trying to give him advice. Yeah, like, I hear this stuff about medications and side effects all the time. And then sometimes, like, the side effects sound even worse than what you're trying to treat in the first place. Like, you're quote-unquote more likely to experience a heart attack or stroke. Like, I wouldn't want to have a heart attack or a stroke. Or, like, I don't know, one of my close friends dies from, like, medications. Or, like, the side effects of. Yeah, the list probably goes on and on. Yeah, I don't study this stuff professionally, so I really wouldn't know how that ends up happening. I'm gonna try another silver dungeon. Questions, have you found any issue with the gold dungeon loot as well? What do you mean issues with the gold dungeon loot? I have everything I need from gold dungeons. It's just the Phoenix chestplate was kinda rare. Thankfully didn't have to do, like, more than 22 chests to get everything from those. Yeah, it depends on how strong the meds are too, really. And here we go into this just insane long conversation about meds. I was just trying to offer some help to a friend. They're not any better off. Can we talk after the stream? I'm gonna go eat dinner and then yes. In fact, if I'm just gonna get an update that's gonna make the shovels more common, I might just stop after this fight. Because I'm gonna definitely take the developer's word for it that I should have gotten the shovel by this point after, like, 60 Valkyrie Queen kills. Yeah, apparently the shovels were supposed to be way more common than they actually are right now. Yeah, so we're pretty far north. Yeah, we're pretty far out still. Yeah, I know I'm due for a shovel, but just because I've done 60 chests before it doesn't mean I'm any more likely to get a shovel now than I was, like, all those chests ago. Doesn't make me any more likely to actually get it, though. Yeah, whatever odds I have for getting each shovel, it's still the same. It's still a 7% chance. That doesn't grow the more chests I do. That still stays at 7%. And that's just an approximation. Like, my closest approximation for, like, the odds of getting the shovel. And even then I might be off by, like, a bit. Do we have a real SNES? It's not hooked up. Not even sure where in my house it's laying around either. That plus, I'd have to double check to see if I had all the wires for it. Brutal medieval torture technique. None of them are nice. Let me just put it like that. None of them are nice. Probably didn't know what a flashcard was back then, so I assume no. Yeah, like, there's, like, a lot of really brutal ones, like this fork-shaped thing that you put on someone's neck, I think, that just, like, while they're stuck with it on, like, they can't fall asleep. There's, like, this spike-shaped chair that, like, you, like, might make someone sit on for, like, the last 10-12 hours of their life and just slowly lower them onto it until their ass just, like, spreads and just, like... Yeah. I think, like, you sit them on it, you slowly lower them onto it. Like, it's spike shape, you put their ass on it, like, it slowly expands it. You just leave them there for, like half a day until they just eventually die of the pain. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, the Judas Cradle. Yeah, that's that triangle I'm thinking about that someone sits on until they die. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. None of them are nice. They all would fucking suck to get, like, torture, like, in that form. Yeah, there's also supposedly a choke pair, something called a lead sprinkler, which probably sounds absolutely horrific. I'm trying to think if that really does sound that bad compared to some of the other examples I just gave you. Okay, I think I'll try and just find one more silver dungeon. And then they just close that in on you. More or less getting impaled on that. So yeah, thank God we moved past that. At least in the more developed world, anyway. We, for the most part, moved past that. And then just slowly bleed out to death, I can imagine. Yeah, like, of all the things we can talk about on Minecraft live streams sometimes, I was just not expecting to start talking about medieval torture. On a Minecraft live stream of all places. Yeah, this stream certainly took a dark turn. Yeah, I can imagine that was a thing too back then. No, like I thought they would put the cage on your head and then have the rats just start chewing at your head. That's what I imagine with the rat cage, at least. You're pretty much fucked either way, no matter what. Abdomen, face... Doesn't change the fact rats are just ripping it apart. It's not any less brutal. Yeah, it's called animal cruelty. Yeah, like next thing you know, some of those people could start working their way up to torturing actual people. Like, it could start with animals, and next thing you know, people are next. I tried to just pull myself back up, and now I'm gonna fall back in the overworld. I still have so many spare obsidian blocks that I can just place them all willy-nilly and it won't even matter. And then I'll fly towards this island. I don't remember what the spike triangle was. Oh, you just worded it differently. I'm trying to imagine what would be worse. Nails sticking through your hands and feet, or just, well, that. Like, I can't even imagine how painful either one of those would be, so how am I supposed to tell you which one would be worse? Did we just crash? I don't think we crashed, but we're still not moving anywhere. Okay, now I can finally move again. I don't know why it's been getting so bad as of late as well, like... This happened nowhere near as much in the, like, earlier live streams. And it's usually not that bad, the lag on the overworld either. It's just up in the Aether, it's where it's the worst, by far. And they seem to really only need an upgrade for specifically Minecraft. Then again, I don't really play that many modern games. Apparently I heard there was like another editor that's much easier to use and more convenient to do so since I stopped, well, since I stopped really using SMBX. But even then I remember like none of the details. I can just hack Super Mario World anyway, so don't really need much else. Yeah, I think that new editor, I think it was called PGE, does have like quality of life sort of features. And she'll teleport too. Yeah, I heard from like these old guys that she was supposed to teleport. Old guys that probably date back at least 7 years. So I was assuming that would be a thing, but apparently it wasn't. If I switch the jar, I'm gonna keep everything as is. Everything will still be there, like, no problem. Already swapped out jar files earlier and didn't lose anything. So it tries to check for teleportation, but it just can never do it. So apparently only that part of the code just doesn't work. Like, everything else around it works, but, like, that just, like, simply doesn't work. See, I'm pretty sure an exception just gets thrown somewhere in the code there. I mean, it's not like the whole game just stops running when she tries to teleport. Like, everything else knows what to do, but just apparently not her. Yeah, worst thing about them is when you try and kill them, they can just easily teleport away from you. Like, they can easily just knock you around with their snowballs, but you can't really answer back without just simply putting on sentry boots or a shield of repulsion. Like, you can't actually actively hunt down the whales that are just trying to shoot you. Oh, Nightmare Ninja. Yeah, we were talking about the shovels, like, near the beginning of the stream, and how they're supposedly rarer right now than they should be. So the series will probably stop until I just get the next update that makes them more common, because the loot system's just going to be reworked. Like, the dev is planning to just rework the loot system entirely. Well, maybe not entirely, but he's planning to make quite a few significant changes to it. Yeah, shovels seem to spawn, like, not as often as many of the other Valkyrie tools for whatever reason for me. Like, I actually did 61 Valkyrie Queens. I fought 61 of them, looted 61 chests, and I've not seen a single Valkyrie shovel up this point. And there really should have been one. We really should have seen one up to this point as well. So is that, like... I'm trying to think, did I see one or two server dungeons? I probably got confused again. That lag spike probably just mixed me up. I think that's just the one right there. Probably gonna be done after this one. Oh, really? Let me know when it's up. Yeah, as soon as it's up, I'm just gonna quickly swap, and then I'll just do the silver dungeon. Or I could just stop the stream now, continue later. Perhaps once everything's been sent out. I will keep my eyes on the silver dungeon though, so I think I will just leave it at this. I still haven't watched the entire thing, but still a good part of it. So I think I'm actually going to leave it like this, because the build's not going to appear immediately. I'd rather not just sit here and do nothing while I wait for it, so I'm going to leave it like so.